What's up guys, I'm Shep and today I'm breaking down for you to the more popular builds for the Crusader in Diablo 3. It's the Lightning Sweep Attack build and the Fire Shield Bash. Both have great strengths, great weaknesses, so I hope this video helps to pick one that suits better your playstyle. So let's get it done. First is the Sweep Attack Lightning build. You have Sweep Attack with Trip Attack rune. It's your main DPS source, plus it stuns the enemies. You have Condemned with Vacuum. It's more like utility build. You pull the enemies toward you without changing your position. You have Steel Charge with Draw and Quarter. It's a mobility skill, plus it gives you an edge. If you have less mobs left, you just pull them into the next group. You have Iron Skin with Steel Skin, which is, well, self-explanatory. You have Laws of Valor with Unstoppable Force, because sometimes, especially at the Rift Guardians, you're lacking resources. You have Accurate Champion with a Prophet rune. That's, well, it's DPS, it's survivability, it's a resource. The passive skills are Heavenly Strength. You have Finery. You have Indestructible for those special moments when you're about to die. And the last one is, well, up to you. I'm using Holy Cause for the extra amount of damage, but you can as well use whatever you wish. Vigilant if you're taking too much non-physical damage. I see a lot of people using Long Arms of the Law because sometimes you're starving for resources, especially the Rift Guardians. The gear required for this build is not simple. You need full Roland set. You need Golden Fence. It's the jewel in this build. It restores Wrath for each enemy hit by your sweeping attack. You need Denial. The new Denial shield gives you additional damage to sweep attack for every enemy hit, and it stacks up to 5 times. And of course you need Ancient Parton Defenders. Those bracers give you damage reduction for each enemy stunned. And because you're stunning a lot, and I mean a lot, those are giving you the edge you need for the fight. The jewelry required for this build are: you can use Convention of Elements ring with Unity ring that gives you additional damage when the times come and the lightning procs comes, and additional defenses combined with the follower and a Unity ring. You can use Amulet of your choice, it doesn't matter what. If you have Socket, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and of course lightning damage, it's a perfect one. The belt, it can be Thunder God's Vigor or it can be Witching Hour. Both are giving you great offense, but it's up to you. Thunder God, it's maybe giving you an edge, plus it can roll all resistances plus lightning resistances, which is pretty nice. The legendary gems I'm using for this build are Bane of the Trapped, which is, well, damage, and more damage. I'm using as well this Molten White Beast Gizzard because it gives me so much life per second, and with the ability to stun all the enemies around me, it keeps me alive. And I'm using Tagak, but I see a lot of people preferring this little gem called Esoteric Alteration. It gives you non-physical damage reduction and it makes you more tanky, but that depends again on the kind of the rift you're getting. If you plan on using Restrain and Focus combo, be on alert, that will downgrade your survivability a lot. Plusly, you will need to open a slot for a primary attack. The playstyle is pretty easy. Run into a pack of mobs and start sweeping. Try to position yourself so you can hit as many mobs as possible. Refresh shield wall or whatever. It's Iron Skin, you dumbass. So refresh your Iron Skin as much as possible and keep going. Don't hit one mob, just pull it with your pony to the next group. Use your Law of Valor to get some resources. Again, refresh, iron skin as much as possible, and use condemn to pull mobs toward your position. Simple. This build is greatly suited for AoE, and I mean greatly suited. The more mobs you have, the more tough you are. The damage is, well, not much of an impressive, but it's going pretty well. You can just spam your sweep attack if you have more than 2 or 3 mobs. If you have less than 2 mobs, again, just pony them to the next group. Pull them. The survivability of this build is sick. The damage is not king here, but constantly bringing the mobs down while they being stunned. The real problem with this build is the Rift Guardians. You will eventually lack resources to put substantial DPS on the Guardians, and in terms that will lower your defenses but not be able to stun the Guardian and get damage reduction or not getting hit. The ideal option is to get a Rift Guardian that's having the nuts all the time, so you can sweep away. But as you see, no resource. So normally you will clean a Rift pretty fast, and the Rift Guardian will take, I don't know, that depends on the greater lift level, but from 5 till 10 minutes, which is ridiculous. But still, I like this build a lot, and I am playing it right now live. The second build I want to talk is the Shield Bash one. Skills are Shield Bash with Crumble rune. It's a fire-based spec. I use Judgment with Resolve for extra critical hit chance, but this one is totally optional. You can use Taunt or a Resource Generator here. Shield Glare with Zealous Glare. That's your main rat regen. Iron Skin with Steel Skin. Laws of Vala with Unstoppable Force, of course. And Akarat Champion with Propot. Again, DPS, Resource, Survivability. The passives are Heavenly Strength, Finery, Indestructible, and Towering Shield, because 20% flat damage on Punish, Shield Bash and Blaze Shields, and the reduced cooldown of Shield Glare. The gear required for this build is full Roland's Legacy set, Furnace or Maximus, Pirumarella, the crafted shield, Draken Lesson, bracers that increase the damage of your shield bash and refund some resources when hitting less than 3 enemies. The jewelry are Convention of Elements paired with Unity Ring, Amulet of your choice, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, fire, and of course a socket, Witching Hour belt, or String of Years belt if you're lacking some defenses. If using Restrain and Focus combo, then you will have to choose a primary generator that will be, in most situations, Punish, that will boost your shield bash damage. In that case, Angel Hair Braid belt is also a viable choice. Fire Shield build is incredibly aggressive, so I'm using Bane of the Trapped Gem for increasing damage. Again, Molten Wild Beast Gizzard for life regen, and Esoteric Alteration because most of the situations you'll be right in the middle of a mob group, and that non-physical damage reduction helps a lot. The playstyle is not hard either. Shield bash mobs, stun them, refresh your iron skin and your laws as much as possible. The damage can be really sick, especially if using a furnace, proc of the convention of elements fire, and accurate champion. Elites go down pretty fast. The only bad thing about this build is sometimes resource lacking, and it's really low on defense. Rest is pure mayhem. Really aggressive, really in your face. I love it. Again, if using judgment, try to position the mobs like this, so the explosion on death from the first one hits the other mobs behind. So I can say the positioning of this build is the key of success. That was elite group. If you have a couple of mobs, blind them to regain resources, or if you have tough situation as well, it's your primary crowd control resource generator. Shield glare, that is. The mobility of Shield Bash is also incredible. You can charge out of dangerous situations like wallers and stuff like that by just pointing the mobs on the other side of the screen. The damage on the Rift Guardians is sick. So that was it. I really hope you enjoyed this little video. I really hope it helped by choosing the right spec for you. Me, I like them both a lot. And I'm using Fire Shield Bash spec for playing with my friends on lower difficulties, just in your face, huge damage. And I'm using Sweep Attack for progressing alone with my trusted companion on higher difficulties. But both are really great. And thank you for watching. If you're interested in more play videos, you can see them in the section below. And about the hat, I have no idea. Sep out. What's up? I'm Sep and today's Let's Play Diablo day for me. Recently I came back for this hello. Fuck me, what's wrong with that shit?